Welcome back to the Weeb Lounge, guys. Once again, I'm Nick, and in this character spotlight, we are looking at the Edo nurse version of Yuki, and it's slightly disturbing, but whatever. This character is actually surprisingly useful, and there's a secret behind this character. If you don't already know, you don't know. If you know, well, you know. Now, if you guys remember the pain that I went through on the stream pulling this character, it was it was bad. The luck was horrible. It was gross. Basically, I went to 192 out of 200 towards pity before I got the first character copy. It was bad. And since I only needed 8 more for another copy, I did it for the extra memory fragments and got him to 5 stars. And yeah, I did what I had to do. But anyways, this character is actually unlike the original Yuki. The original Yuki has his uses, but it's not the greatest. This one is considered a double S tier support character, and why is that? Some crazy mad technique point charging, actually. Let's go ahead and get to the details, but this character is actually useful. Skill number 1, I'm a healing angel. I'm sure you are. Targets the ally with the lowest hit points and heals them along with others in their immediate vicinity. So it's kind of like a little bit of a splash heal. It's not the highest heal, it's not the greatest heal, but it is multi-target and it's not a worthless heal. So skill overall is okay. Skill number 2, my beauty is a prescription. Hope nobody overdoses. Targets the ally with the lowest technique points and gives them a charge. Fairly decent charge as well. Also, all allies within the immediate vicinity of the target gets a magic attack buff. Okay, well, this character is obviously only going to be going into magic attack groups, so probably more of like a range type deal. Like, you don't want any magic-based characters centered, I guess, because the immediate vicinity usually means just around that one character's very small range. That's how most of them end up working. Could splash to center or something if you're targeting the back. Not too sure on that, but keep that in mind when using this. Typically, it's not going to be an issue. Just put it that way. EX skill. Increases her magic defense power. If you happen to have him at 5 stars, it will greatly increase magic defense power. And I actually got him at 5 stars. Union Burst. I'll urgently administer my cuteness. I need a second opinion. It increases the magic attack power and action speed of all allies. The buff is decent, the action speed is decent, and it also reduces the magic defense power of all enemies. Now, the magic defense power reduction is minimal. Okay, it's only 84 at max right there, right? And I don't believe it scales with anything. So, here's the thing though. With this character in your group, and especially if I'm just running him solo, and I'm going to show you in just a second, depending who else you group them with, technique point gauges, union bursts are going to start going off like mad. Okay, let's go ahead and throw her into combat, and I'll get into a few little nuances here. And I like how they just did an update. I like how they did some of the updates. Now, Edo Nurse Yuki edition does not do very many attacks. Like, none of the skills are offensive based, okay? Just her normal attacks. So him. Yeah, I kind of have to just throw him into something really weak, otherwise he doesn't have time to really get through it. And it'll take a while to get through this anyways. Alright, now let's go ahead and slow down. I probably shouldn't because it'll take forever to get through this. You're going to see this a lot. It's going to be way too much. Way too much. See, look at the gauge. It just keeps going through. Do it again. Yeah, look in your mirror. That mirror is going to shatter into a million pieces. Never mind. Don't talk. Don't say that. Okay, like, one of the nuances is all characters have a certain way that they attack. You know, they do like skill 1, then 2, then 1, then normal attack, then 2, then 1. Something weird like that. They have a pattern that they start off with. Well, of the very first 7 actions this character does, he does the skill number 2 3 times, which is the technique point charge gauge thing, right? Okay. So he's raising up magic attack and technique point gauge charging within the first 7 actions 3 times. So let's say you combine him with like Summer Siren or somebody else that charges technique points, you're going to get a lot of gauge increase. An awful lot. This character is going to end up being in like clan battles and everything like bad, I have a feeling, because the technique point gauge charging can get absolutely stupid and ridiculous. And that's pretty much what this character is primarily for. She does do some good magic attack buff increases. It does stack, obviously. You combine that with somebody else who does the same and throw some more technique point gauge charge out there, and voila, you got a group that's just ADD as hell. They're going to go off, put it that way. So that's why this character gets the double S tier support ranking. Now, if you put this character in the arena, not so much. If you put this character in just, you know, your regular PvE fights, not boss fights or anything, yeah, it can work, but it kind of goes on the pointless thing. This is the characters for fights that probably last a little bit longer than your normal stuff, right? Not just grinding through stuff like this. Though, still can be useful. And it can be useful. You guys like, share, like, share, and subscribe. This character throws me off. It really does. I am going to do a blooper reel at some point, and I probably should have done it right there. Whatever. Okay, so should you get this character? Well, if you haven't yet, then oops. Whatever. See, I'm really hoping that going to pity on this character is worth it, and right now, it seems like it will be, and I'm really hoping that stays the case. Time will tell, but so far, so good, and this character seems like a win. Surprisingly. Whatever he's administering, don't take it. We'll catch you in the next video.